Hi everybody, over the next 12 lessons or so, we are going to cover dropshipping from AliExpress. We are going to cover dropshipping from Banggood, including dropshipping from warehouses in the United States and warehouses in Europe, as well as dropshipping from China. We are going to be covering the best free tools and resources available to you to help you find the best products to dropship and to save you a lot of time with the dropshipping process. Now, I recommend that you watch all of the lessons in this section before you decide which website you are going to dropship from and which tools you are going to use, because a lot is going to depend on where you are dropshipping to and also on your own preferences. Once you've watched all the lessons in this section, you are going to have a much better picture of how this all works. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Hi everybody, I wanted to make some extra lectures to show you how Oberlo and AliExpress work. So I set this store up in the space of 2 days, and I did it myself because my assistants were working on something else. So this was actually set up specifically to show you guys just how to do this. So I've done the whole store setup here, including the logo, which I had created over on Fiverr, and the apps. So here's the Facebook chat app down here, and up here this is the free shipping bar by Hector. So that's another free app that we talked about previously. Now I have imported products from AliExpress. If we scroll down the page, and I want you to know this is a free theme. It's the theme called Minimal, which I recommended in an earlier lecture as well. I'm going to click on some of these collections here, and you can see the way I have this laid out. I have it going 4 across the page. Now regarding the prices here, something that I want to point out is that the pricing rules that I talk about for dropshipping between say $40 and maybe $200 at the upper limit doesn't necessarily apply to AliExpress, and that's because the products over there, the prices are very, very low. So for example, these bracelets here, these bracelets are only maybe $1 or so, or $2, maybe $3 over at AliExpress. And I'm going to show you exactly how I have set up the pricing when we go in to look at the Oberlo app. But first of all, I want to go over to AliExpress, and you will need to install the Chrome extension for Oberlo. So for the Oberlo app. Now in order to do that, you simply go to the app. So obviously before you can do this, the app will be installed on your store. And then on this page, now I've already installed the Chrome extension, but on this page, if you haven't already installed the Chrome extension, click here to watch this video and you'll be able to install the extension. Now the extension is for Chrome, it's not for any other browser. It works on Windows or Mac, but it does not work on mobile devices. So you need to be on your desktop or your laptop to use the extension. But you need the extension in order to use the app properly. So let's go back over to AliExpress. Now I have the extension installed. Up here, this little grey icon, this is the extension. It's not active at the moment because I'm on the AliExpress home page and I need to be in a category before the extension becomes active. So let's go over to, let's say jewellery and watches, and let's say digital watches. And now you can see the extension has turned blue and it's active. So we have a page here of men's digital watches. Now here's where you can select your filters. So first of all, you're going to select your country and then select your shipping option. Now there are two shipping options that will work, or the only two shipping options that are suitable, and that is AliExpress standard shipping or ePacket. Now generally to the United States, ePacket is going to be a little bit faster, but ePacket is not available for every product. So if you want to expand your options, then choose AliExpress standard shipping. Probably the best way to do it is to choose ePacket first. And if you don't get enough options with ePacket, you can always then search for AliExpress standard shipping. Make sure this is toggled to on and this is also toggled to on. Click Update Settings. So now you have a list of products on this page that fit with your options, with your filters here in O below. Now just let me explain why I said you must use either ePacket or AliExpress standard shipping. That's because these are the only two low-cost shipping options that offer tracking, and you must be able to have tracking. You must be able to give your customer a tracking number if they want it. The longer shipping times, you will have less issues if you are able to provide the customer with a tracking number. At least that way they know their items in transit. Okay, so let's take a look here. First of all, processing time 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. This tells you how long the supplier takes to process your order and actually send the goods out. Now sometimes this can be as long as 7 days, which is not so good because we know that's going to add to the length of time it takes for that product to arrive at the customer, and it's going to mean the customer has to wait longer before they even can get a tracking number. So the shorter processing times are better. And what you're looking for here, you're looking for products that have a lot of orders and a lot of feedback. And this product here is obviously a good product. There has been 2,500 orders, around 2,000 votes, and it has a 4.8 star rating out of 5. Anything over 4.7, 4.8 is fine, but you don't want to go below that. Now this one here similarly has hundreds of orders, not as many as this one, but this is still acceptable. So I would say over 200 orders, at least 200 orders, more is better than that. But you want feedback rating of at least 100, 4.9 out of 5. Now over here, this is another product that has a high score, 4.9 out of 5 with 660 votes. And there have been over 2,000 orders. Now down here, this is where we can get an idea about the seller's feedback overall. So how well this seller is rated here on AliExpress. Now this seller has a positive feedback of a 98.7, which is very good. You definitely want over 95% for the feedback score. Anything over 95% is good. So this is how you basically decide whether a product is a good bet or not over here on AliExpress, because you can look at the number of votes the product has got from people who have bought it, but you need to have a reasonably high number of orders before you can get a reasonably high number of votes. Now a lot of these products here have a very high number of orders and a lot of votes. So clearly men's digital watches is a very high demand product. Okay, now if I want to click through one of these and take a further look at it. Now here's where we can see how many are in stock. There are 347 pieces available of this one. Different colours will have different numbers of pieces left in stock. Now this one doesn't have many in stock at all. I would probably not want to add this to my store at this stage. It's getting very close to probably running out of stock. Let's go back to another one. Now as you can see, there are a lot more pieces in stock of this particular watch here. Looks really nice. So this one will be okay. And another thing that we can look at down here, add to wish list, it's had 11,000 ads. So clearly this is a product that has demand. People like this watch. All right, so to add to store, just click the app, add to import list. This has now been imported, but it is not live on the store yet. So the next step now is to edit this product and push it to the store. But before we do that, I want to show you something very important about setting the pricing for the imported products from AliExpress. And we do this inside the dashboard here of the Obolo app under settings. But what we'll do is we will do this in another lecture. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, go to settings, click on global pricing rules. And this is where you can set up the rules for the pricing for the products that you are importing from AliExpress. Now you have two options. You have advanced pricing rules or simple pricing rules. And now I have switched on advanced pricing rules, and I recommend you do the same. Here's why: because simple pricing rule means that you set one fixed markup for everything, regardless of the cost of that product in AliExpress, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. What you want to do is set up tiered pricing, and this is how I've done it. I'll show you. If a product that imports from AliExpress costs between $0 and $1, so in other words, if the product costs say 50 cents or 10 cents or 99 cents, anything up to $1, my fixed markup is $6. So that will add $6 to the price, and the price would be, well, for example, let's say the cost of the product on AliExpress was 47 cents. My fixed markup is $6. The selling price of that product on the store, on my store, will be $6.47. The compare at markup price would be $11.47, because that's what I've set it at. And this is what it looks like on the store. So the price of this particular bracelet here, the selling price is $11.52. The compare at markup price is $19.52. So this is where everything is on sale, or as far as the customer is concerned, everything is on sale. Now the next tier is any item that costs between $1.01 and $2 on AliExpress. My fixed markup is $7, and my compare at markup is $13, and so on down. Now you have a choice between fixed markup and multiplier. Now if I chose multiplier for this one, for example, it would multiply the price by 6 instead of giving me a fixed markup. Now you can play around with this, but fixed markup is most definitely easier to work with. Now down here, assign cents. If you wish to, you can assign a particular cent value to every product. So for example, if I assigned 49 cents, that would mean that all of the items on my store were something 49 cents. So $5.49 or $10.49, whatever. Or I could say 99 cents, because a very common pricing point is something 99 cents or $9.99 or $10.99 or $7.99. So that's up to you if you want to do that. I didn't bother to do it, but if you wish to, you have that option there. And then click Save Settings. Let me just go back over to AliExpress. I want to find another watch here and import it. All right, now let's go and take a look at these products we just imported. That's over here on the menu in your Obolo app, and import list. So here's the two watches that I just imported. Now first of all, I'm going to show you how the pricing works, clicking on variants, and now you can see the prices. Now as you can see, because I have my global pricing rule set here in the Obolo app, the cost price on AliExpress, $7.99. that is the actual cost of this item on AliExpress. So when a customer orders this item from the store and I go ahead and place that order on AliExpress, that's what I'll be paying, $7.99. The selling price on the store is $21.99 because that is according to the global pricing rules that we just set. And the compare app price is $31.99. So that again is according to the global pricing rules we just set. Now, you can change this manually if you wish to do so right here. So you can override the settings if there are particular products that you want to mark up a little bit more or even mark down a little bit more, perhaps do an extra discount, whatever. You can do that manually. And let's go back to the title and description. Now right here you're going to need to edit this title and description. So let's see. Okay, so I've just edited there a little bit. So I've removed the things that really shouldn't be in the title, and I just tidied it up a little bit. Now for collections, this is where you would choose a collection that you had already set up in your store, and obviously we've covered this in an earlier lecture, so you choose a collection from here. And again, type, you will already have some of these set up in your store. Now for the description, you're going to need to edit some of this as well, because this is not a really customer friendly kind of description. It's not a user friendly description. It's okay for you, the wholesaler, going to AliExpress, but not really for the retail customer on your store. So we can edit this a bit. I would remove the brand names, by the way. And as you can see, we've got all this stuff down here that is just not what we want in the description. So we're going to just remove all this. Now that's much tidier, but apart from that, we also need to write a couple of sentences at the top of this description. So we need to write something about this particular product. So what do we know about it? We know it's got LED display. We know it's water resistant. It has an alarm. We know it's shock resistant because that was in the title. So let's see, just look at it again. Alright, so a couple of short sentences there at the top, and that's now looking a lot tidier. We've got the title, we've got the description, we've checked the pricing there. Now right here we can see the inventory. It's not very high for this particular watch, and this inventory is being tracked, by the way, so that when a product goes out of stock, it will go out of stock on your store. A customer won't be able to buy it. And that's all done through the Oberlo app, which is pretty good. Now let's check the images. Now this product has 10 variants, so 10 different colors. Now what we expect to happen here, and hopefully it will, is that Oberlo will pull the correct images here. So, and as you can see, it has. So any image with a tick means that Oberlo has pulled that image. This is the image. These are the images that will be on the store. So you see the ticks are here because not all images are relevant. So Oberlo's pulled all these images for the different variants, and it does work pretty well. It's 99%. Well, when I was actually setting all this up, I found that there was the odd one where it didn't work for the image part, so Oberlo didn't pull the images. Now for those products, I find it easier, and I would suggest you probably do the same, is to just delete them because you won't know exactly which images are supposed to fit with each variant. So that's a bit tricky. So if you have a situation where Obolo has not pulled the images for the variants, I would simply just remove that product and forget about it. Okay, now once you're happy with that, you can click push to shop. And now if we go to the shop, and here it is. And of course, once you have pushed a product to the store and you have it on your store, you can of course edit it from here as well if you wish to do so. And there are all the images. Now I'm happy enough with that. Let's view it on the store. And there it is. And there we have all the variations. And everything is as it should be, and it looks okay. Okay, so that is how you use the Obolo app with AliExpress, and I hope this has been helpful for you. Hi everybody, I'm going to show you some new tools and new features through AliExpress. One of the tools is very similar to Obolo, but the difference is you can use it to dropship not just from AliExpress, but from multiple other websites as well. And we're going to be looking at that shortly. But first of all, the first thing you need to do is you need to sign up to AliExpress's dropshipping center. You need to have an account with AliExpress. So if you don't have an account with AliExpress yet, just go ahead and sign up. It doesn't cost anything. Once you've done that, you want to go to this URL here, which is home.aliexpress.com/dropshipper/join_drop_shipper.htm. So go along to that URL. Now what I've done is I've created a new AliExpress account here just for the purpose of making these videos so that I can walk you through. So once you go to that URL that I've just given you, you're going to get this page. Join in the Dropshipping Booster Program. Click to agree to the terms. If you want to read them, you can. And then just click submit. All right, now from here, we have a few things that I want to show you. First of all, they have pages and pages of what they call hot dropship items. And you can either scroll through and browse through, or you can look by category. So right here, you've got all the different categories and subcategories. Now here we have trusted supplier rank. And this is where we have several thousand suppliers ranked by number. Now there's no information to say exactly what this means, but what I'm assuming is that these are ranked overall in AliExpress. So Tan's store being the #1 store on AliExpress, according to whatever their criteria are for trusted suppliers. I don't know if I will be taking too much notice of this, because I prefer to look at the actual reviews and that kind of thing on the products themselves to know whether or not people have been satisfied and happy, not just with the product, but with the overall experience with that actual seller. So I think that is more reliable. We don't all want to be going and using Tan's store simply because AliExpress has said this is the #1 store. That's just my opinion, because I think that we would be missing out on a lot of great products and opportunities if we did that. Now over here we have product analysis, which I'm going to actually demonstrate here in a moment, and this is pretty useful. So let's go back to the hot dropship items, and I'll take this one first of all as a demonstration to show you how the product analysis tool works and show you how I think it can be really useful. Now, what you can do is just take it right up to the question mark. Everything else after that you don't need. So just up to the question mark, and including the question mark. It might work without the question mark, but I usually take that question mark at the end as well. Copy that over to product analysis, paste the URL and click search. Now what this line here is, this is giving us for the last 15 days or so the daily sales, and these are units sold, not dollars. I only know that through having looked at several different products, so I know that these are units sold. What we're seeing here is that over the last 15 days anyway, this product has been selling a lot. Thousands of units every single day. So that's pretty impressive. Now it is only a 10-cent product, of course, but nevertheless, this is a popular product. There's a lot of interest in it. Now this is, in my opinion, the most valuable information we're getting from this product analysis tool. Now, logistics reliability, this is related to shipping. So shipping the product to you or to your customer. It says average, but what I have found, because I have been playing around with this obviously for a while here before I made these videos, my conclusion is that average is okay. If it was anything below that, if it was poor, below average, you would probably want to avoid that particular product. So let's just have another quick look at how you can use properly the hot dropship items lists. Let's say we go for consumer electronics and 3D glasses, virtual reality. We've got one here with 1,800 orders. Let's take a look. Pricing, so it depends on which one you select. I would say this one is the best one. $37 plus whatever it's going to cost you to ship. You should always check out the shipping times as well, because I don't think this will be available through ePacket. I think it's probably a bit too big and bulky. So let's just go ahead and check this. I'm going to look at the US, see what it says. Yeah, it's not available through ePacket. It's available only through AliExpress standard shipping, which is a very long shipping time there, even to the US, up to 39 days. That really is a long time. And of course, you can't use DHL because the shipping price is too high. So with this particular product, perhaps this not so suitable because of the shipping situation. But anyway, I'm sure you're getting the idea here. And we could try that URL in the analysis. See what it comes up with. Logistics reliability is average again, which is fine. It's not selling very many. It's only selling a handful of units per day. But I think this is actually a really good feature to let you know just how well a product is selling at this time, because we can't really tell that just by looking at the listing. We can tell it's had a lot of orders and we can tell it's had a lot of reviews and ratings, but we can't tell when those orders were placed. Whereas here with the product analysis feature, we can see just how popular this product is right now, and that's really useful. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next lesson where I'm going to show you Shopmaster, and this is the tool that lets you drop ship from multiple different suppliers. All right, I'll see you there in a minute. All right, now that you have your account with AliExpress's dropshipping center, you can go ahead and register for Shopmaster. But let me show you a couple of things first of all. These are the supported suppliers. While Shopmaster is a similar tool to Oberlo, Oberlo only supports AliExpress, at least at this time, whereas Shopmaster supports all these different suppliers. So we've also got Amazon, we've got Banggood, we've got China brands, DHgate, eBay even. But there are some limitations, and I just want to point these out here. although you are able to import products from all of these suppliers, the products monitor doesn't work on all of them. And it's crucial to have the monitor because it's going to monitor the prices and the inventory levels on the supplier's website. If you don't have that, then you have no way of knowing if the price has changed or if it's gone out of stock unless you keep manually going back and checking on the supplier's website. That might work okay if you're only selling one product on your store, but if you're selling lots of products, it's really not feasible. So I would personally ignore anything that doesn't have the tick for products monitor. Alibaba is not really a website suitable for dropshipping anyway because there are very few products that allow you to purchase one unit at a time, and the shipping is expensive as well. So I wouldn't really take any notice of Alibaba for dropshipping. But obviously you've got AliExpress, we know that, and Amazon here, but Amazon.fr doesn't have the products monitor, which means that it would be difficult, if not impossible, to use unless, as I say, you are only going to have one product, one or two maybe, on your store. Same with Amazon Mexico. It doesn't have the monitor either. And neither does China Vision and DHgate. And neither do all these here, including Walmart. That still leaves us a lot of websites though. And in fact, we are going to look in detail at Banggood, at all the 3 different Banggood websites in separate videos. Okay, now let's look at pricing. So we've got the starter, which is forever free, no credit card needed, and that's going to be fine for you to start out with because that allows you to fulfill up to 100 orders a month. So that's okay starting out. Once you get above that, you would need to upgrade to the $19.90 a month. But if you are fulfilling more than 100 orders a month, then really you can expect to have to start paying for tools and things anyway. Once you get over 500 orders a month, you need to go to the $39.90 a month plan. I think that's very reasonable. And even the top plan is currently only $79.90 a month. And that's for unlimited orders. This is not an expensive tool, and as I say, you can start off free until you're getting more than 100 orders per month. Okay, now they have their own support page here with all these different documents. For example, let's click on auto order, and here it shows you how you can set up auto order for AliExpress, Banggood, China brands and Amazon. So you can have orders that are automatically placed on these suppliers' websites. That's pretty good. I am going to help you get started with Shopmaster, but there are still going to be things that you will want to delve into yourself and educate yourself further. And not only that, but as you will start to use the tool, that's when you're really going to learn by hands-on and figuring things out as you go along and finding answers to things that maybe are specific to you. So for example, you might want to dropship from a particular website, and you're going to learn about that as you're using it and looking up the answers here. And you can even contact Shopmaster support as well. So there's a lot of information here, and if you scroll down here, there are a few videos, not many though, but there are a few. And this here I think is just going to the same information as we just looked at. Pretty sure it is. That's pretty much the same that's all on here on this page. So you're going to learn a lot about this tool as you are using it. There'll be certain things that you'll be figuring out as you go along, but I'm going to help you to get started with it. So what you need to do is you need to go in to your dropshipping center. So log back in if you're not in there already. Click on Shopmaster. Sign up for free. Now here's where I would advise using the same email address and password as you use for your AliExpress account. I don't know if it really matters, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use the email address and password that I used to set up the new AliExpress account just for these tutorials. Alright, so now we've got the setup wizard and we're going to go ahead and click on Shopify to start setting it up. So I'll see you in a minute in the next lesson. Alright, I'm going to click on Shopify. Now I need to enter the URL here of my Shopify store. First of all, enter a store nickname and click connect. You are about to install Shopmaster. Yes, yes, yes. Install app. And now I'm just going to close this down. And I'm getting this message, join the dropshipping program to purchase orders and sync tracking numbers automatically, which I've done already, but let's just see. You need to join the dropshipping program first. Let me just see what happens here. If I click connect for AliExpress, I agree, authorize. Okay, that's worked all right. So I just ignored that message about joining the dropship program because I knew that I was already joined. Now with Banggood, I know that this won't work because in order to get this part of the process, we would need to have a paid plan for Shopmaster, but we can still use it. It's just that we can't use the auto order. So we'd still need to place the orders as we would normally do. Now with China brands, I think we could do this, but we need to sign up for an account with China brands first and get an API key. So if it's something that you want to do, you can check out China brands. I've not used them, but that doesn't mean to say that they're not worth checking out. Okay, let's go to the top and work our way down. Under General, Order Settings, Sales Channel, Order Settings for each sales channel. Let's put this on. When your order is fulfilled, Shopify will send shipment details to your customer automatically. Save changes. Dropship settings. Under General Settings, let's leave this as is for now, default quantity. And for the SKU preference, this really is for your own reference. So how you want to generate the SKU numbers, and that could be the source product ID or a Shopmaster SKU. I think it would be better if you use a Shopmaster SKU. Keep it all uniform. And for the description preference for imported products, I would leave that as original. So we haven't changed anything here. Listing settings. This is for eBay, so not related to Shopify. Company. This is where you can add an address and your information. Now, if you don't want to use your own address, for example, if you're operating as an individual, you don't want to put your home address on here, you can use a mailing address, and there are lots of these services around that you can use. They do vary greatly in price, so you need to do a bit of research to find the best one. There is one somewhere here in the course. It's called clevermail.com. But even they have gone up in price a little bit. It used to be free for the first 6 months, but now it's not. It's still very low cost though, just maybe $3 or $4 a month, which is very cheap. And advanced. This is where you can choose your default currency. I'll just choose US dollars here. My country doesn't seem to be working. Inventory management, let's just enable that. The currency seems to have disappeared again. Let me see. Oh, I need to save changes before I do anything else. So save changes there. Changing the default currency will affect the pricing rules and price monitor. Please make sure that you have adjusted the pricing rules to be adapted to the default currency. Well, I haven't done anything with the pricing rules yet, so we'll just click confirm. Next, integrations. Manage channels. We only have one connected, Shopify. That's fine because we don't have any of these. And we've done this. with the suppliers, manage carriers. I'm pretty sure this is a paid service. Register for Shippo. This is an app and I think it's a paid app. So let's forget about that. Account, my account. You can fill this in with your details. Click Save Changes. Staff accounts, change your password, billing. We won't have any billing because this is a free plan. All right, let's go back to the dashboard. And down here we've got some of the latest news here. So these are the latest notifications. And I do suggest that you read through the last month or so worth of notifications. Maybe even a bit more, get yourself up to speed, anything that looks interesting there. And here we've got the FAQs. So it's really good the way they've got all this laid out. And if you by any chance closed the wizard down before you went through it and connected your Shopify store, you can get back to it anytime right here. All right, so in the next lesson, we're going to look at importing products, setting the pricing rules and that kind of thing. I'll see you there. Hello again, everybody. Now I'm back here in the dashboard for Shopmasters and I'm going to go to the dropship settings up here. Before I do that, I just want to quickly tell you that once you've connected Shopmaster to your Shopify store, you can access it then from your Shopify dashboard under apps and then click on Shopmaster. The other thing I want to point out here, just in case I forget to mention it, is that I don't advise that you have both Oberlo and Shopmaster installed. I think it could cause issues. Certainly it could cause confusion if nothing else. So once you finish watching these videos, you can decide whether or not you're going to use Shopmaster or Oberlo. All right, so let's go back to the dashboard and click on Dropship Settings. Now the first thing here, General Settings, we already looked at that. So we're going to go to the next thing here, which is Pricing Rules. And this is really very similar to Oberlo. We need to switch it on first of all. And what you can do here is you have an option just to have one rule for everything. So you could add percentage, say you want to add 100% to everything, or by value X amount of dollars to everything based on the cost price. So for example, if an item on say Banggood is going to cost you $5 and you want to mark up that by 100%, you would click percentage, type 100 in here. Or if you want to mark it up by value, you would put a dollar value in here. But really what we want to be doing is clicking the advanced rules on so that we can do this in tiers. Right, so $1 to 99, if this is your cost, then you're going to add on X amount. Let's see if we can change this, and let's say $1 to $3. Yeah, we can do that. So if an item at cost price to me is between $1 and $3, wherever I'm purchasing it from, AliExpress or Banggood or wherever else, and I want to add on X amount as my profit margin, and that is the price that will show on my store. So we can either do it by percentage or by dollar value. If we wanted dollar value, I could put in here, say, $3. And next we would go price range. I think we need to go from $3.01, say $3 to $5 cost price. And I'm going to add on, let's say, $4. Now these figures you need to decide for yourself. And with these very low cost products, I advise that you don't bump the price up too much. You can bump the price up significantly more on higher price products. Add another one, and another, and so on. And you can just keep adding more and more. And ultimately then, once you've finished adding as many as you want, then the rest of the price ranges, which would be the higher price ranges, you could set a price here or a percentage. I'm just going to say 50% for that. Now this here, I don't fully understand. That's the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Well, if you set the prices here, I don't really see why you would do this. Assign cents. This is if you want to set everything as .99. So for example, 10.99, 9.99, 50.99, 55.99. I don't really like to do that, but that's up to you. I don't like to have every single product on my store ending with 99 cents, 97 cents, 49 cents. It doesn't look normal. But if you want to do that, you can. Now here, supplier discount, set the discount rate you would like to apply to the supplier price. This is if you want to sell something for a lower price than you are actually paying for it. This is not something that you would want to apply as a blanket rule across all products that you're importing from any of these suppliers. So I don't recommend that you do that. Let's click Save and Apply. Apply pricing rule. Depending on the number of your active listings, this may take several hours. Yeah, because I've actually got quite a few listings already on the demo store. Therefore, I'm not going to do this right now in case it stops me from using the dashboard properly, because there are other things I need to show you right now. So I won't bother with it, but you would click Apply. All right, click Back. Now the products monitor, we need to switch this on. When out of stock, set item quantity to 0, correct. Restock when the item is available again. Yes, we want to do that. When disabled, set to 0. Yes, we'll do that. Price monitor on. Apply to pricing rules. Yep, we want to do that. So the price monitor and the inventory monitor, just to make sure that you do fully understand what it is going to monitor the price changes on the supplier's website and the inventory levels of the listings that you have imported. But it only works for these websites. So anything else, as I said earlier, the websites that did not have a tick on them, when we looked earlier at all the different suppliers that you can use with Shopmaster, those that didn't have a tick, you probably won't want to use those because your prices and inventory level is not going to be monitored and it's not going to change automatically on your Shopify store, which is going to make things very difficult. So we just want to use the websites where the product monitor, the inventory monitor and the price monitor is going to be working for us. All right, suppliers preferences. This is Amazon. Products monitor on, yes. Prime monitor. This is when you only want to drop ship products from Amazon that are Prime eligible. Prime eligible, that is where a Prime customer can get free shipping and other benefits. Now shortly I'm going to give you a little bit of information about Amazon, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I personally would not dropship from Amazon, and you can make your own mind up after that. AliExpress products monitor on. Inventory threshold. When the item's quantity is equal or lower than the threshold level, Shopmaster will treat it as out of stock automatically. Now what I would do here is I would raise this a little bit and I would put, say, 10. Now the reason for that is because the monitor only runs once every 24 hours. That means that potentially you could sell a product on your store that has actually gone out of stock on AliExpress. So if we set the threshold to 10, it means that it's going to go out of stock and show out of stock on your store when the supplier only has 10 left. So it's a little bit of a safety net. Banggood on. Now with this, let's put this at 5. Reason being that products don't sell as fast on Banggood. So let's just put that at 5. Now China brands, I don't really know much about. I'm just going to put that at 5 as well. And eBay, if you were going to drop ship from eBay, let's put that at 5 as well. Save changes. Okay, click back again. Auto order settings. Auto fulfillment. Switch this on. Turn on auto fulfillment. Enable. Override phone number. Now, when I'm placing an order on AliExpress, I never enter a phone number, neither my own phone number or a customer's phone number if a product was being drop shipped. That's AliExpress. Let's take Amazon, for example. If you do decide to drop ship from there, when you enter the address for the order to be sent to, you do have the option of entering a phone number there, although you don't have to, it's optional. So what I would do here anyway, though, just to be on the safe side, is I would enter a phone number here. I would put your phone number in here. And that's just to be on the safe side. Suppliers very rarely phone a customer about their order anyway, but in the event that that does happen, you don't really want the supplier to be calling the customer that you're drop shipping to. It's better if they call you. So I would enter that there. Custom note, a note to the supplier on the checkout page. You could enter a custom note here, something like, this order is being drop shipped. Thank you very much for your service. Something along those lines, just to confirm to the supplier that you are drop shipping and this is not going directly to you. All right, now here we've got the default shipping method for AliExpress. You can only set this for AliExpress. So what you can do is you can choose the one that you would prefer, which is going to be ePacket. If possible, we will select this shipping method during automatic place of the order on AliExpress, only if possible. So if it's not available, they will select something else. But don't forget that before you decide to import a product from AliExpress to your store, you are going to be looking at those shipping options anyway, to make sure that you can get a shipping option with tracking, and it's going to be inexpensive and it's not going to take too long. So you would normally be checking this anyway, but you can enter here ePacket as your default shipping method. Click Save Changes, back, and finally we've got the import settings. All right, now preference, ship from, this will be your preferred country to ship from. Shopmaster will import products from this country if it exists, or from China. All right, now I don't know how well this works, but Banggood, for example, which I've created some lessons on, and you're going to be seeing those shortly, you can actually ship from either China or from the US or from Europe. So if you're drop shipping in Europe, you can ship only from Europe. Drop shipping in the US, you could ship only from the US. So this is something that you can think about depending on where you are drop shipping to. And you can even tick the box to say only import from this country, which means that there'll be no products imported to your store that ship from any other countries. Now, as I say, I don't know how well this setting works, but when we come to the lessons here shortly about Banggood, I'm going to be showing you the Banggood EU site where everything ships from the European warehouse, and the Banggood US site where everything ships from the US warehouse, and the main Banggood website where most of the products ship from China. So if you decide, for example, to only use Banggood EU, then everything that you import to your store is going to be shipping from the European warehouse anyway. So really here, what you can do is you can either select something now, or you can just leave it as it is for the time being and perhaps come back to it later if you need to. Right, Amazon import variations. So, for example, if there's a product on Amazon that you want to drop ship, and it comes in 3 different colors, that will be 3 different variations, or it comes in 3 different sizes, and you want to have all of those variations, those color variations or size variations listed on your store, that would be on. Prime only. Okay, now I mentioned Prime just a few minutes ago. Prime customers can purchase Prime eligible items on Amazon, free shipping, and they have other benefits. Now here's the thing, and here is why I would not drop ship from Amazon. It is because of this Prime thing primarily. If you use your own customer account on Amazon to drop ship to other people, and you are a Prime customer yourself, like I am, then you are in danger of losing your Amazon customer account. And that is because you are not allowed to use your Prime customer account for commercial purposes. And if you use it for drop shipping, that is using it for a commercial purpose. So if you are a Prime customer on Amazon, I highly advise you to think carefully before you drop ship from Amazon. Okay, so that's just my warning. It's up to you what you decide to do. Okay, if you've made any changes, click Save Changes. All right, we're now finished with the dropship settings, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to import some products to our store. I'll see you in a minute. All right, it's time to import some products. Up to sourcing and product importer. Now we need to install the Chrome extension. Well, we don't need to, but it's a lot easier if we do. Get Chrome extension, add to Chrome. Shopmaster importer has been added to Chrome. Okay, now the way this works, this is a little different to the Below extension. So if we click on it, click on import products. Now what we can do is we can enter the URLs of the product one per line. For Amazon, we can enter the ASIN. I will show you how to do that. We've got the different Amazon marketplaces here. We can also import by category, but that's not going to allow us to choose our products one by one, and we really do want to do that. So let's go back here, import products. So if I go to AliExpress, okay, so I'm over here in the dropshipping center in AliExpress. So let's just find something to import. So let's import this toy microscope. Here's the URL. Add it there. I'll just do one more. Okay, this one's pre-order, so I won't do that one. I'll just take this, whatever it is. Oh, okay. Right, just take the URL again here. And let's import these. Imported 2, failed 0. Let's click on import list. And here they are. Now if I want to push these to my store, I've got to click this little icon here, but we can edit them first. So just like we edited the title before when I was showing you Below, we would do the same thing here as well. For now, I'll just tidy up a bit. And the description. So we can go ahead and edit this here. So this is showing the product in use, which is pretty good. And as you know, we would want to change this description. We want to write some sales text at the top. So, be an archaeologist, excavate a dinosaur from a plaster block. I don't quite know how this is going to look on the store yet, but we will see. Alright, I'm going to remove all this because it doesn't make a lot of sense in the English language. Cultivate patience and perseverance, but also feel the rainbow of the history. Okay. Alright, I'll just get rid of that. And this would have to be edited a bit as well, just to make it sound a bit better. Check out the images. Has a lot of images. That looks okay. Let's click save. We can see what this looks like on the store. Import to store, Shopify. Now which collection do I want this to go in? And now it's not recognizing the collections that I have on my store already. Anyway, let's just click to publish. Still doing it. The little circle here still going round. Alright, it says active listing. This does need fixing. We've got all this at the top here which we don't need. Product type and collection still does not seem to be working. So I'm going to leave that for now. Only 6 images have been added, but that's okay because this is pretty good. We've got 6 good images here. Settings, Shopify tracks this product's inventory. No, it doesn't because we're drop shipping. Under action, we've got inventory monitor on, price monitor on, and I'll go ahead and click publish. Publish successfully. So we're going to want to take a look at this. In fact, let's just go and check it out on the store. All right, here it is. Now the images look all right. The title's okay, but it shouldn't be all in uppercase. So that needs to be changed. It just so happens that on the AliExpress listing, the title was all in uppercase. So that's how it came over. And I really don't like the way this is at all. It's just not formatted properly. It does need some work. But as we scroll down, we're seeing lots of images and this is pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's just the description needs some formatting. Okay, let's see if we can do something about this. So it's starting to look a little bit better, but still needs a bit of work. But the thing is, you'll get used to it. You get the hang of it. You get practice with these things. When you use something for the first time and you're doing it for the first time, yeah, it's going to take a bit longer. But once you do this a few times, you get used to all the formatting. If it's going to import something with very poor formatting, you're going to need to put more work into it. It really is depending on the listing, on the dropshipping website, in this case AliExpress. So it depends a lot on how that's formatted on the listing and how it comes across. So if it comes across as a mess like this is, you're going to have to do some work to tidy it up. But as you can see, it's already starting to look a lot better. Now we don't have this product added to a collection yet because that unfortunately didn't work on Shopmaster. So anyway, what I'm going to do here is just add this to a collection just for the purpose of this video. And now I'm probably going to want to do a compare at price. So I'm going to put it at $8.94 or $7.94. Inventory, now I did change this already, but we don't want it tracked. So if you see Shopify tracks this inventory, you need to change that because you're drop shipping. So Shopify is not tracking the inventory. It's being tracked by the price and products monitor through Shopmaster. Down the bottom here, we've got the search engine listing preview. And we do need to change this title. We don't want it all in uppercase. But the rest of it is okay. Be an archaeologist, excavated dinosaur from a plaster block, features material resin, 6 assorted dinosaur styles sent randomly, etc, etc. So that would be okay. Just refresh this. Yeah, this is starting to look better here now, as we can see. Still needs work further down, but it's looking better. Okay, so we just imported a product from AliExpress. And if we want to import from Banggood, we would do the same thing. We take a URL, just like we did here. If we want to import from Amazon, we need to get the ASIN. So let me quickly show you for anyone who does not know what an ASIN is on Amazon or how to get it. Okay, so I'm just going to go to any listing. We scroll down, and what we're looking for is the product information. Sometimes it says product details, but basically round about here somewhere under product information or product details, you're going to find the ASIN, ASIN, and this is it right here for this particular listing. Every single listing on Amazon has an ASIN. You just need to scroll down the page and find it. So it's the ASIN that you use if you want to import a product from Amazon using Shopmaster. Alright, I'll see you in a minute in the next video. Now let's take a look at the auto order feature here in Shopmaster. Now it's not automatic in that the customer's order goes straight over to AliExpress, gets fulfilled, and everything's done without you even logging in. But it is a huge time saving over and above you doing it manually. So let me just show you. Okay, here's what you would do. So first of all, I'm going to show you this page. Now this is the instructions for placing an order automatically on AliExpress. Now we already have AliExpress connected. I did this earlier and I'll show you here under Dropship Settings, Integrations, Manage Suppliers, and there's AliExpress connected for the auto order process. Now Banggood, you can't use the auto order feature unless you have one of the paid plans here with Shopmaster, but that's okay. When you get an order on Banggood, you just need to head over to Banggood, to the product that you want to order, click on add to cart, fill in the customer's details, and just as you normally would. This is showing in pound sterling simply because I have this set to ship to United Kingdom. I could change it here, ship to United States, change the currency to US dollars, and it's changed to US dollars. So basically, yeah, that's all you do here on Banggood. You place the order as you would any regular order and use the customer's address so that the order will be sent to your customer. All right, let's go back. I'll close this down. We don't need that anymore. Let's go back here to placing an order automatically on AliExpress. So we got this connected. Now you can connect China brands if you want to as well. As I said earlier, you can go and check them out and maybe worth your while using China brands as well. All right, so we've got this part, we've got AliExpress connected. So we're down here to step 3. Now when you have an order, so let's go to the dashboard. When you have an order, it's going to show here under orders ready to ship. I don't have any, this is the demo store I'm using this on, but when you do have an order, it's going to show ready to ship right here. So you would find all of your AliExpress orders under here where it says ready to ship. Click the purchase button and then click AliExpress to place the order. So you're doing all this within your dashboard here. Then next you can choose a suitable shipping method. Now we have already set a default shipping method. If you remember, we did this earlier. Under Dropship Settings and under Auto Order Settings. Down here, we selected ePacket as the default shipping method. Now step 5 after that is that Shopmaster will fill out the customer's address automatically, but you do need to look at it. If there's anything that you need to edit, you need to edit it. Now here in the phone number, this is where the phone number will be that you entered earlier here under override phone number. So remember we spoke about this, that it's probably better to put your own phone number in here so that if the supplier does need to contact anybody about the order, it is you they are contacting and not the customer. So that's what should show here in the phone number. And the last step, and again, you're still doing all this on your Shopmaster dashboard. The last step is to click checkout on AliExpress, and this is where you will be taken to AliExpress to complete the payment. So while this is called full auto, there's still an input from you, but it's much, much less of an input than it would be if you were doing this manually. It's going to save a lot of time. All right, now I think you're going to get a much better feel of this once you use it yourself for real. So once you get your first order in from AliExpress and you use this auto order feature for yourself. But following these instructions, and these are right here, let me show you how to place AliExpress order automatically. If you click on there, you're going to get this page. All right, so that's Shopmaster. Now for support, you can go to the support center or you can contact support. So you can talk to them on Facebook Messenger or you can leave a message here. So that's how you get support if there's anything that you cannot find in the FAQs or in the help center. All right, I'll see you in a minute. All right, a few extra things here. First of all, this is a feature that was only released on 1st of November. So it was released after I made these videos at the end of October. So up at Dropship settings, if you go to import settings now, there is now an option to choose your language. And if you choose a language other than English, so any of these languages here, you've got Spanish, Russian, Portuguese, etc., your listing will be imported to your store in that language. Now, I don't know how accurate it will be because it's obviously using some kind of program like Google Translate or something like that to translate into these languages. So what I'm suggesting here is that you only do this if you can speak that language, because then you can look at the listings and see, is there anything that needs editing because it simply doesn't make sense once it's been translated into the language. All right, but this is really useful for those of you who are going to be drop shipping in a country where their primary language is not English. This is going to be really helpful to you, but as I say, I just want to stress, I think that you should be able to speak that language so that you can check the listings and edit anything that needs editing. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now the second thing I want to show you is something regarding the product import process. So let's go to the product importer and let me get a URL of any product at all just to show you here from the dropshipping center. Take the URL, just going to paste it in here and import it. All right, imported one. Now I'm going to import to store. Right, now previously there were no collections showing here. Now the reason for that was because I had not synced my store collections to Shopmaster. The solution is to click this. And then you should see this message, sync success, and then you should be able to select a collection from your store, just like that. You can add to more than one collection, of course, if you wish to. And then we can either publish directly to the store or just click create so that we can edit it first before we push it to the store. All right, so that was the second thing I wanted to show you. Now here's the third thing I'd like to quickly show you. Let's just go over to the dropshipping center. Now we can import products directly using the Chrome extension. All right, so let me just choose anything here. Right, so these are kind of big, so they don't have ePacket, but we could in fact, just click here to import to Shopmaster without even looking at the product itself. However, that's probably not the best way to do it because you haven't checked the product out. Another way we can do it though is we can check the product out first and make sure we're happy with it, and then we can simply click on the extension and click import to Shopmaster. This product imported successfully. View imported products, and there it is. So there are a number of ways you can do this. Import products to Shopmaster. You can do it either by URL. You can also do it simply by clicking import to Shopmaster on the thumbnail, or when you open up the product page itself on AliExpress, you can use the button here on the extension, import to Shopmaster. Okay, and finally, I want to show you this last thing. Let's go here and click edit for this particular product. We can edit these images right from here by clicking on the little pencil. We can crop, resize, fix any blemishes, change the color, the lighting. We can draw on the image. We can even write on the image. So we've got a few different options here for editing the images right within Shopmaster before you push the listing to your store. Now this is the main Banggood.com website, and there really are some great products on this website, and some of them have really good prices too for what they are. So I just went to the sports and outdoors category here. I'd like to show you this one as an example. Now this camera has 5-star reviews. In fact, 140 of the 157 reviews are 5 stars. So it's obviously a good product. Now the price is excellent, $45 for this type of camera. So it's a sports camera, Wi-Fi enabled, and it's 4K. If you know anything about the prices of these types of cameras, you will know that this is a great price. Now, the thing is here, this is shipping to the US. It's got free shipping via air parcel register, but that's 7 to 20 business days. Now, you can in fact get USA Express just 5 to 9 business days for an extra $6.80, which I think will be worth it to get this to your customer a lot faster. So even factoring in the shipping cost and giving your customer free shipping, there is a $15 to $20 profit to be made on this camera. So there's a good profit margin to be made on this product, and you're going to find a lot of products like this on Banggood. Similarly, you're also going to find a lot of products where you can't make that kind of profit, but even so, it's a great website to look at. And you will also get an extra 5% off this price as well if you register for Banggood's dropshipping program. So here are the dropship program FAQs and how can I join. So first you need to sign up here for an account on Banggood, and then you can apply for the dropship program, which, as I say, is going to give you 5% off. If you're going to be getting a lot of orders from Banggood, the percentage that you get off those orders is going to go up. Okay, I want to just point something out to you here though. They do ship to other countries, so they do ship to a lot of countries, but let's say the UK, for example, we could put this price in pounds sterling. Now what we're seeing here is that we actually get free shipping to the UK, and it's only 4 to 9 business days. Here's the problem. When you're shipping into the UK or Europe from outside of the UK or Europe, your customer is going to get hit with VAT and or customs fees for anything over, it's £15 sterling in the UK, and it's around about 20 to 22 euros in Europe, depending on which country it is. Now, obviously, you cannot have your customer getting hit with customs fees because you're going to end up with a lot of problems. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you the EU version of Banggood, and these are all products that ship out from an EU warehouse. All right, I'll see you there in a minute. This is the Banggood US website. So all these products are stored in a US warehouse. And what I have found by looking at the shipping rates and shipping times to the different countries is that a lot of these countries here, so for example Australia, that you would want to go to the main Banggood website and have products sent from China because it takes far longer to ship from here to Australia than it does to ship from the China warehouses, so the main Banggood website, to Australia. But for those of you who are drop shipping in the US, this is going to be a great website. Now, it also says that shipping is free to Canada and Mexico, and it's quite fast. But when I try that here, let me show you on this particular product, which we're going to look at in a moment. Let me just choose Canada. Now, what it says is 10 to 30 business days, whereas elsewhere it says 7 to 10 days to Canada, and it also says it's free. Whereas here it's saying it's not free, and it's saying 10 to 30 days. But anyway, let's assuming that we are drop shipping in the United States when we're using this particular Banggood website, because it's definitely best for that. This product here, it's a car dash cam, and it's got 227 reviews. It's got 5 stars. This is obviously a really good product. If we scroll on down, it's got a lot of details here, and this is where we get the information about the shipping, but it doesn't seem to be correct according to what is up here. Anyhow, right, let's just take a look here at these reviews, because we can get image reviews and we can get text reviews, video reviews, but there aren't any. Now, this is a great product. It's a good price as well, with free shipping to the US. So there's definitely a $20 profit to be made on this product. But there are lots of other similar products like this. So lots of other similar car dash cams with just as good reviews that cost a lot less. Now, you would make probably less profit on these per unit, but still, it'd be good to actually have some lower price ones on your store as well as a higher price one like this particular listing. So if we go to these image reviews here, click on this one for example, and now we've got you might be interested in, and we've got these other mini cameras here. Now, I don't think these are car, yes they are, here's one here, but that's an expensive one. Here's a different type of camera, but there are lots of car dash cameras ranging in price from $15 right up to $100+ here on this website, and even the cheaper $15 ones have a lot of good reviews as well. This is a mini camera. It's got night vision as well, which is excellent. Works perfect with Windows 10, no drivers needed, cute little action cam, so small it can easily be mounted anywhere you need it, definitely a good deal. Yeah, this sounds like a really good product as well. Quite a few people have sent in pictures, and we actually do have some video reviews here as well. Yeah, this one's currently sold out, but there are tons of deals like this on this website. Now, something like this, so it's saying $15.99 here, the price of it, free shipping, something like this, you could make a $8 to $10 profit on, no problem at all. So the great thing here with this website is that you can drop ship them into the US a lot faster than you can with AliExpress, for example. So your customer's going to get these products much faster. And now that we've got these new tools from AliExpress that work with Banggood, we've really got a lot more options. Okay, I'll see you in the next lesson. Okay, I'm over on Banggood EU, and these are all the products that are shipped out from the EU warehouse. So anywhere in the EU, you can drop ship products from this website. Now, one thing I will say about the EU warehouse is the prices, the listings prices are not great here, but you can find some really good things as well at good prices once you start looking around. Now, I found these binoculars which have really great reviews, and if it wasn't for the reviews though, I wouldn't know, because they are marketed here as low light level night vision binoculars, which I would have found hard to believe for the price, but reading the reviews it seems that they do work. Now the price here, which I just changed to euro, it's 26.47. In US dollars that's about 30 US dollars, so 29.99. The shipping is free, but it's not free to other EU countries. So if I change to shipping from Ireland, so if I wanted to get these sent over to myself, it's going to cost me $4.39 US dollars. So in total, what this would cost, if I change it back to euro, 26.47, and I know that the shipping, it's disappeared now, it's gone back to free shipping to the UK, but I know it was $4.39, so let's say about $3.50. So in total about €30. That's what I would pay for this. Now this product, it's got great images, it's got lots of great reviews, it's got all the information down here for the description that you can put on your store. Great pictures here as well, you can use these as well. Now this could most definitely, you could sell this for say €45. Now that's going to give you a €15 profit on these, which is pretty good. It seems like a really good product because of the reviews and everything's here for it. So something like this, if my store sold these kind of products, this is something that I would want to put on my store. Now unfortunately it's almost out of stock. There's only one unit available, which I didn't notice straight away, but I've noticed now. But the point I'm trying to make here is that if you spend some time on this website, you are going to find some products like this. But once again, a lot of them are priced a little high in order for you to really make much of a profit on. Now, another thing I want to just mention here while we're on here and I'm talking about only making tiny profits perhaps, that's okay if you've also got other products on your store like this, for example, where you can be making a €15 profit per unit sold. So you might have some products where you're making a great profit, others where you're only making a very small profit, but overall it balances out. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So that's Banggood EU, which you can use with the Shopmaster tool. Hi everyone. So to finish up here, I wanted to quickly show you the de-essers app. Now this is the app that does allow you to place multiple orders, even 100 orders at a time on AliExpress with just a few clicks. Now, the problem is though that I've spent a good few hours on this app, and at this point I don't feel confident in recommending it, even though it's free, because there are a lot of glitches, a lot of bugs in the app at this time. It is new. Hopefully, as time goes on now, the app will be refined, it will be developed, and a lot of these glitches will be ironed out. Now to get to it, just to check it out if you want to, click on the link here in your dropshipping center. This is the page where you can read about it, but as I say, I can't recommend it right at this time. I will be keeping an eye on this, and if I feel that there comes a point in time where I can recommend it and I can make some videos to show you how to use it, then I will go ahead and do that. All right, see you in a bit.